Good morning, my YouTube family. And today I'm going to tackle on a issue that is, I think, very important. Um, just to give you a backdrop, I was in a store this morning, and this young lady asked me. She said, "Well, we were just talking," and she said, "Well, how do you deal with generational trauma?" Right? And this was asked out of the blue, and I said to myself, well, it's just some things that you can do. And so that's what prompted this video here as I'm dealing with my trauma, my life issues that have happened, and how I'm dealing with this. So let's start out with a definition. So if I was to give a definition about trauma, I would say trauma is a emotional response to a terrible event. It could be an accident, and it could be something that happened terrible, like a rape or incest or whatever the issue might be that individual is having uh, an issue dealing with this traumatic experience. So how does one deal with this? One um, aspect of dealing with some folks go into shock. Some folk go into a type of denial. They have flashbacks, and it creates issues as relate to strained relationship. And it can even trauma can even bring on physical symptoms like headaches, um, going to the doctor and the doctor not finding anything wrong, and folks saying, "Well, this is something that you making up. How you feeling?" And Um, the doctor saying that there's nothing physically wrong with you, but trauma is that invisible pain, that hidden pain that shows up, and it can show up in many type of aspects. It can show up in anger, depression, sadness, isolation. Just don't want to be bothered with nobody. So these physical and psychological symptoms are real, and each individual deals with their trauma, traumatic situation differently. So what should we do? You know, I think it's important that we begin to make the connection. What is this connection really all about? We got to make the connection for yourself, your feelings, what's really going on with you, right? Your attitude, your behavior, and pay close attention to yourself and what you are feeling and why you are feeling. Study yourself, all right? I know sometimes we individuals, we find ourselves crying, or we laughing, we screaming, we sometimes we singing, we dancing, we can pray, whatever uh, it takes to try and understand what it is that you're feeling. Feeling. I mean, these traumas can come from war events, racism, sexism, natural disaster. Being oppressed, self hatred, and just the manipulation of others, and the list can go on and on. But a very practical way to deal with this situation is to study yourself and practice these virtues. The virtues that I'm going to talk about now are very important. And the first one is compassion, humility, kindness, gentleness, patience with yourself, and temper that with love. What do you mean? What are you talking about? Pamper yourself. So what am I talking about when I'm talking about compassion? I'm talking about showing a type of empathy to yourself. Humility, that's freedom of, like, to yourself, or about freedom away from the pride of self and everything that life is throwing at us, a freedom from that, a type of mindfulness, right? We beginning to study yourself. It's important to be kind to yourself. Kindness being tender and goodwill, and getting away from that pride, right, which is has us sometimes puffed up and stuffed up and find ourselves just acting a certain way because we're angry and upset. Um, just to be gentle, a gentleness, which is we're talking about being polite to yourself, being soothing to yourself, right? And then, most importantly, we talk about patience. Be calm. Be calm to yourself and with yourself, right? Be calm to yourself and with yourself, and temper that with love, a pampering of yourself, remaining calm and affectionate to yourself, about yourself in your life. And this right here will help you to deal with the pain of yesterday, generational trauma. It will help you to become even more compassionate toward others who have harmed you. It will help you to resolve the issues that you're having, because the whole thing is we have to learn to help ourselves. We have to empower ourselves to reach the greater self that are our goals that we want in life. We can't allow individuals or things to stop us from accomplishing our goals because we are focusing in on the trauma of the event. And I understand that it's very difficult, it's very hard to do, but I'm just saying that it's important that you practice and master compassion, humility, kindness, gentleness, and patience with yourself. And you temper that with love. And when you do that, you're taking the power and control away from anything and everything that's hurt you. And now you're internalizing love so that you can then overpower all that negativity and the things that are happening in your life and replace it with love so you can accomplish your goals and you can help others who are attached or connected to you in some way, fashion, or form. So I'd like to thank you for watching this video. I'd like for you to like, share, and subscribe and tell others about this, right? So that we can continue to move forward in our life to accomplish our goals in our life. So again, thank you, and I hope to hear from you. Please like, share, comment on this video. Thank you again, and have a wonderful day.